What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here, and welcome back to Cricket Coach 2014. I'm doing a New Zealand Reborn series, pretty much where I take the New Zealand national team, hopefully take them to number one in the Test rankings, number one in the one-day rankings, and to win the World Cup. So the squad I've gone with here for this first Test series against England isn't really anything out of the ordinary. We've got Guptill and Rutherford. For some reason, I like using Guptill in this game. He just seems to deliver for me quite well. So we've got Guptill and Rutherford, both very solid players, and still fairly young as well. The one thing that I do like to try and bring into my squads is youth, and that is really, I guess, emphasised on the bench as well with those players, so I can bring in if needed. Say we go up 2-0 in the series, or it's a dead rubber in the last game. I can go and bring in those players. Guptill is gone though. Stuart Broad has picked him up, so that's not ideal. Kane Williamson, he's in next at 3, and that average probably isn't as good as it should be. But Hamish Rutherford's average, that is up over 50. That is very, very impressive, but it's not going to improve there because Broad has picked up his second wicket. Ross Taylor in at 4, as you may or may not have seen there. The big fella, Jesse Ryder, in there at 5. He's one of those X-Factor players that can go and just win a game for you, especially limited overs, but test match as well, because he is fairly handy in this game with the ball as well. McCullum at 6, obviously the captain. BJ Watling at 7. Now it was a real toss-up between BJ and Luke Ronchi. I could have really gone either way, but I went for BJ. I want to go and try and make it at the start as similar to the current New Zealand Test 11 as possible. Obviously, I've tweaked a few things with Ryder coming in. No Corey Anderson or James Neesham, which is a bit of a concern, but I do feel as though we've got enough bowling as is. We will get to that in just a second as Ross Taylor survives a wee scare there. 2 scares in the over, actually, so that's not too bad. And I saw Kevin Peterson there as well. I didn't think he was playing anymore, but this database obviously going a wee way back. So BJ Watling, our first choice keeper, test keeper at the moment, which is good. Number 8, we've got Todd Astle, the leg spinner. He is my first choice spinner in this game. He does seem to play very well. I've got Ish Sodhi. He is in, I guess, the reserves, you could call them. He is the backup spinner for this tour, but also Kane Williamson has not been banned from bowling in this game, so we're going to be utilising him as well. Fairly handy all-rounder, which is pretty good to have, especially when you're looking at balance of your sides, when you've got both Williamson and Ryder who can bowl in the top 5. It just makes it ideal. If we wanted to go and put in an extra batter, McCullum can keep, Watling can come out, same as if we wanted to put in an extra bowler, an extra all-rounder. And don't forget, there's still Corey Anderson and James Neesham waiting in the wings for their chance. So, all in all, pretty well-rounded. We've got Tom Latham as well. I'm not sure if he is in the squad, but I was tempted to bring him in and open with him because he currently is the other test opener with Hamish Rutherford. But it has seemed like a while since New Zealand have played a test. Kane Williamson scoring 50. We want to go and bring that average up because that is way too low for the class act that is Kane Williamson. Obviously out of the one-day series, which is going on at the moment as we speak. And I'm not too sure what actually is happening in that game because I went out because I knew it was raining and just hadn't really come back. So I don't want the Bangladesh-Zimbabwe game. The game is actually washed out. So South Africa were in a very good position though. So they were looking like they were going to post easy 300, but rain has washed out the game, so that's a bit unfortunate. And South Africa take the series 2-0. Makes sense. Matt Pryor has just taken an absolute screamer of a catch. That's not behind the stumps commentary. That was like halfway to the boundary. So that is a very impressive catch. So what I'm going to do with this series, it's kind of a bit hard to do because I'm only going to be doing it weekly, but I'm going to try and remember the series and the results that we've had. Big games like World Cups and tests, I guess, against rivals like Australia and close test series, especially one-day series and 2020 series. I'll probably go and try and record each one of those. But if it... I was just seeing who was leaving. Someone was going out of my driveway, and I just heard it. But I'm going to go and try and bring as much as possible, because a lot of people have been requesting Cricket Coach to come back for quite a wee while now. And, well, it's back, and I'm pretty happy that it's back. I've been speaking with Ollie, who is the creator of Cricket Coach, just asking him a few things to go and try and sort out a couple of things. Get some thumbnails and stuff done, as Kane Williamson is going to go and bring up his 4th Test 100 in this game. I think he scored quite a few more in real life, but that's good. Watling's still here, and it is good that we do. I guess we do back quite deep. Tim Southey, he's all right. Todd Astle, Neil Wagner, pretty solid batsmen. I mean, Todd Astle was close to the top scorer, I think, in Canterbury's game against Wellington. He was close to top scorer. I think he had about 44. That was a pretty abysmal effort by Canterbury, but we won't get into that because we won't have time. I am going to wrap things up here, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Hope you have enjoyed Cricket Coach coming back. As I said during this video, it is going to be a weekly release. Might try and do it a wee bit more depending on how it takes off, but a weekly release. So make sure you tune in. Tomorrow, I'll probably have, I'm trying to think, probably an NBA video, but it could be a FIFA one, it could be a Don Bradman cricket one. Not too sure yet what it's going to be. You'll have to tune in to find out. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and we will see you tomorrow.